I'll pass the information on to my superiors, and we'll return with a response to your request to move the site.
My lord, if I may, I don't think you've had a full talk with the actual foreman, have you? It's not this one here, is it? And I'm pointing to like the Celestine who gave us a tour. I don't think he was. He's wearing the same workers' clothes as everyone else, isn't he?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Where's the foreman?
Um,
Or who's actually here? Shouldn't you say hello to them? I'm sorry, my lord. I shouldn't have said anything.
Hit it with a death stare.
Uh,
Look back.
and your guide has kind of looks at Otho and goes, the master has given strict orders not to be disturbed while he's research.
I don't know if I can speak too kindly on the operation of this base if your master is too occupied with his work to submit to an inspection.
Well, surely you wouldn't want to delay the master with any progress he's making.
Of course, but could I see the progress he has made as of yet? We want to keep things moving along, and if you're grinding to a halt, that could be a problem.
And he looks quite shaken by this, and he says, he would kill me if I went against his will.
Keeps the results under lock and key, does he? Or does he not?
He keeps it under lock and key, obviously.
And well, if you were to provide me a layout to where such stores are located, and I happen to move there, I'm sure you would come under no undue harm.
Oh, well, absolutely. Stay out of the R&D if you wish to avoid the master's ire.
Do you store all records within the lab?
That is the only place on this level that has access to those.
Well, it was duly noted that you advised against it. Good job. And she's going to start to walk back up this hallway towards the lab area.
Yep. And when we get back up to here, I'll probably shoot Goraz a look once we're all the way back over here in mining and no one's around us, and kind of go, Goraz, maybe you could hit the generator and make it stop working before we pop into the research.
Well, let's just see what's going on here first.
Nothing good. Well, ladies first.
Otho,
Yes.
you're a Sith?
Did the red lightsaber not tip you off?
Your lightsaber's red. I mean, here's the thing. Is your lightsaber actually red? I don't know if you've ever mentioned that, or if you did, I didn't pay attention.
It is red.
Well, to be fair, that doesn't mean anything. It just means you found a certain type of gem.
Yep.
It's completely random, unless you, like, hunted a specific gem down and chose red. Wait, what color are your robes?
I assume they're just kind of grayish.
Wait, I think you picked up like the Sith robes and.
Say, wait a second. Didn't I make your armor?
Yeah, she's not really wearing robes per se. It's a sort of armored thing.
I would have chosen black.
All right, then it's black.
I just like the color black. I didn't. Black armor, red lightsaber. Oh, how didn't I see this coming?
The armored robes that you got were black because they were from
Yeah.
a Sith as well.
Right, but I made him armor. I made her armor that's better than the default robes.
Yeah, that's
of your own devising, Goraz. You threw her down this path.
Made the armor black. It was only natural.
Huh. No wonder you landed the Sith transponder. And didn't side with the Republic. Wait a second, why did the Empire attack you back on that other planet?
They didn't. Those are rebels.
Weren't they rebels on wait, oh yeah, it's an Imperial world and they attacked you. Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason I was thinking Balmora was a Republic world and it was Imperials that attacked you.
No.
Oh, look, it's a chest in that room. I'll be over here.
It's not a chest. It's human Sith.
Say what? So, yeah,
Human
sorry.
with red
Yeah,
skin.
yeah. I saw the face tentacles and for some reason I thought chest. I know it's Sith.
Yeah. So.
No, I'm not in
Human with red lightsaber and
there.
red skin.
I'm not in there. I have no control over my token, but I'm not in there.
You don't have control over your token?
Nope.
This happened last time too, didn't it?
No, I've never had that problem before. I'm not one of those men.
Sometimes it doesn't.
They make a pill. There we go. I'll stay over here, thank you.
Okay. Is there a sort of I assume there's a big old door to this place. Is there like a light on or anything to indicate something's in there that's happening?
Oh, as you open this door, it's not locked. And you walk in and this guy is basically head down over this panel and he's doing this kind of thing where his eyes are closed and he's moving his hands like this, and as he does, the force is moving things around.
Okay.
It's hard to really see what he's doing because the things that he's moving are really small and delicate.
Mm-hmm.
And you're pretty sure that things are happening underneath the visual, your ability to see that small.
And so what does it actually seem like he's working on? Some sort of large bit of machinery?
He is arranging samples on a tray, basically. But as he's moving those big things, you kind of get the sense that there's smaller microscopic things moving around with it, almost like in orbit.
Interesting.
Go ahead and make a lore check. Let me set the difficulty.
Sure.
You do not get that. You would probably get that. Okay, you're set.
Lore. There it is.
Yeah, you have no idea what he's doing.
All right, rough. So, she's just gonna kind of she's gonna enter as silently as possible, not trying to disturb anything. Hands kind of crossed behind back. She's going to kind of.
As long as you are not actively, trying to make noise, you are able to make enough or low enough noise to not break his concentration, basically.
Okay. So yeah, she is going to be looking around this place. Does it seem like there's anything that has been completed and stowed away, or any sort of what looks like storage units, control panels, stuff like that?
This right here has the look of a some sort of access panel, probably some way of getting to another room. It looks like it's capable of being concealed, but right now it's not concealed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's what should be able to be a concealed door, but is not currently concealed because he's in here.
Okay. So now is the question of, do we try and sneak past him into the doorway, or do we make our presence known and see if we can keep going through this and gain access to the materials that he's working on?
I think Terran is going to opt to just kind of not disturb his concentration, not draw his attention, and mess with the panel and try to get in.
So as soon as you get to this close to him, he kind of everything kind of falls down into place someplace, and he looks up at you and goes, "Who's given you permission to be in here?" And then he sees Otho and says, "Is this your slave?"
Apologies for the hair. He's useful.
Terrible looking car.
Yes, I'm here to come for the inspection. A bit earlier than expected, but figured it's good to have you on your toes. I see your work's progressing quite well.
Make a deception check.
Let's go. Hail Mary.
May set the difficulty.
Hi.
Again, set.
For someone that gets confused for someone much more important, she does not have high deception. So many penalty dice. Jesus.
And he just kind of looks at the two of you and he goes, "You're not here for an inspection. I know who comes to inspect me, and it is not. You are not the acolyte of him. Who sent you here?"
You know, can't actually say. Wild that. Well, in case,
Okay. And at that, he kind of he yeah. Go ahead and make discipline checks. This is a fear check.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, I got one of those.
Just let that big fear rip. Okay.
I got 2 successes on mine with 1 die versus 3.
A boatload of threat.
I'm in a bad position, this is true, but I'm not scared.
You're scared. You are scared, but you are able to work through it, right? It's not impairing you.
Yeah.
But it's also you're also very cognizant of all of a sudden what happens to cause this is he stands up and this aura of darkness just kind of coalesces around him, and you feel the room get darker, and he seems to get bigger. And
I like it taking maybe this amount of supernatural ability for Terran to go, wait a second, he's a Force user, and Force users use lightsabers, and I just walked right next to him. What was I thinking?
Oh no.
And yeah, you probably are very aware of the little tube that looks very familiar to you that is hanging from his belt.
So yeah, he's making the whole place dark. Is he going to like lash out and attack, and this is the point to do initiative?
I mean,
or is this still posturing?
He says to you, "I will let you leave, or you can tell me what has brought you here. But either way, you will leave or die." No, that's not what he says. His intent is basically, tell me why you are here, or leave. If you take neither of those choices, you will die.
I'm
And you succeeded the fear check, but that does not mean that you aren't stupid. You know this guy is a little bit beyond your abilities.
I'll take the lead on that, and I'll go. Well, we're not stupid. We know a good hidden base where we saw one. We thought this place was abandoned. Guess we were wrong.
And he turns to you and he goes, "You do not act like a slave. Why are you
Good
here?
observation. I'm glad you noticed the obvious. I'm the captain around here. And I'm
Why
gonna
are
just
you
hand
here?"
that up for the deception.
I didn't. There was no lie told. I don't know why you're doing a deception.
Well, the lie was like, we just came here because we thought it was an abandoned base.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm portraying myself as like doofy smuggler captain.
Go ahead and make the deception check.
All right, and because it's deception, I get to use the ability I always keep to forget using, which is that I make it easier. Yeah, convincing demeanor.
Yeah.
Remove 2 black dice.
Cool. I will remove the 2 black dice that are on the check.
They were totally there beforehand. We just
No, they were.
I know, I'm just teasing a little. But yeah, I'll hit deception. Bam. Oh, I don't roll that well.
Oh no.
This was a pretty even case, and I just came out behind.
Yeah.
And he just says, "You're fortunate that I am a man of humorous inclination,"
I could tell.
as he says without smiling or
Yeah.
you would not have made it down here without her. And she is no smuggler.
Well, truth be told, we were contacted by a third party, one that seemed pretty interested in this place. Now I can understand why. They were,
Tell me more.
Hmm?
Tell me more.
Well, we only accepted the thing because they said they would protect us from an upcoming attack from a fourth party, which, based on the droid that we found, was Sith in origin, which I find interesting.
Why would a Sith attack you? You were too
They-
young for an assault.
Hmm.
Where's your master?
Oh shit! What's the? Well, I expect back on
Don't you
Korriban
realize it already?
somewhere.
You're looking at a master. I'm totally going in on that line.
Like, she would
I'm-
actually look over at Taryn like that.
He looks at Taryn and says,
It's a funny joke.
You really don't expect me to believe that, right?
Oh, you haven't seen her in action then.
Oh
I have
Oh,
hundreds.
you're talking her. Okay, I thought you were
Her.
talking about yourself.
No, I'm not the
No.
janitor. Yes, I'm saying Otho is a master.
Why? I'm obviously not.
This is true, but it's fear tactic.
He kind of looks at Otho and says, "You're young to be a master, but I do feel some potential, and obviously you were able to move past my illusions. So
You know that sorry. That was actually quite good. Ensuring that you can only access the lift if you can see through the illusion was quite a clever little bit of disguising there. And she just got kind of real. Yeah. Anyway,
but
could
you are not a master.
No.
So who is your master?
Oh, an old curmudgeon on Korriban. His name. Gonna kind of knead her forehead. He thought I was better suited to guarding the archive depths than I was to actual active training.
Ah, so you're on your own.
Loose as of now.
And he kind of nods and smiles. Excellent. So you require some protection?
That is what our other friends promised us, but it seems like they've sent us down into a
I believe you were lied to.
hmm. So you had no idea there was that spider droid that was spying on us either.
I don't think he has anything to do with that in the first place.
Is there?
To be fair,
is there a fifth party?
I mean, there are factions within factions.
Yeah.
Imperials.
he's
know
just the
this.
outpost captain here.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything to do with
Why?
what's going to happen to us, I think.
I might suspect there's someone else who's a bit more aligned with the Empire who might be coming to visit. Do you have any known enemies that might be interested in this place? Well, I shouldn't ask, do you have any? Do you think there are any of your many enemies that might know of this place?
There is much effort placed to keep this particular facility a secret from any who might interfere.
Well, unfortunately, it appears that someone has caught on to what's going on here. It might be wise to heed the advice of a couple of your workers and shift to another site. This is drawing some attention.
Well, and he kind of nods and says, perhaps it is time to move. It still is useful. But more importantly, what are we going to do about keeping you from falling into harm, youngling?
That's the question. I suspect if we don't come back with satisfactory news, both of those groups might be a little touchy about what happens.
Perhaps. Okay. Here's what I suggest, if you don't mind. And he kind of takes his hands to this and rubs them around and says, what do you know for sure?
Well, you said, hold on. So we have
where were you when this threat was issued?
Nar Shaddaa.
Ah,
not
Nar Shaddaa.
Yes.
Interesting. That opens up the possibilities. Okay, continue. Who issued this threat?
All right. Gives a general description of the person.
She did give us a name.
Did she?
Yes.
I can't remember it.
It's been a while. Yeah, I'm bad with names.
Sarah Brentiuk.
Suppose that rings a bell for you.
It could be a false name as well. She seemed like she was both in a disguise and masking her voice.
Interesting. And in what way was she presenting her voice?
In an accent similar to my own.
So she was faking a Caucasian accent?
It appears so.
Interesting. An Imperial wouldn't require such, right?
Indeed. She may have been associated with the Republic, in which case I'm quite surprised she would have contacted us.
Well, if you are Sith, which you are, he smiles, it would give you at least the ability to come without drawing too much attention. Obviously, you were able to get a tour, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Perhaps they were just trying to see if you would come back and give them information.
Maybe. If there is non-vital information I could relay, that might assuage any suspicions they may have.
Perhaps. Were there any other hints of any way of determining if she was being truthful in her veiled threats?
She was hinting at the intervention of a third party, but that hadn't really materialized at that time. All we had was the spider droid, which she appeared to not recognize. So it could have been genuine or not. One more detail. She was in possession of 2 rather fine-looking vibro blades, which does seem odd trappings for.
The tool of an assassin. Interesting.
Indeed.
Okay, well, would you like my protection? Specifically, the protection of my master, my lord.
Of course, as a masterless apprentice, I am somewhat hesitant to go directly under one's tutelage again.
Well, protection is not necessarily tutelage. Aligning yourself with the more powerful agent is always warranted.
Okay. She's going to kind of look sideways at Taryn a little bit. Kind of.
Mhm.
That would be greatly appreciated, I think. That other one cannot be trusted. Of course.
What other options do you have? Maybe that would change what advice I would give.
Yeah. Like what other options do we have? So like just like listing stuff off in my head, we have go back with all the information that we have, which might prove difficult at this point.
Oh, are we stepping into meta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We either bring back everything and she's truthful or she's lying.
Yes.
We bring back something and she's truthful, but doesn't go all the way through, or she's lying and she doesn't go through at all.
Yeah.
Or we bring back nothing and either she's truthful and we're doomed, or she's lying and A, nothing happens, or B, she tries it herself.
So I think based on her super duper suspicious demeanor, and ironically, this guy's more trustful general way of handling himself, it might actually be a safer option to at least briefly like align with this guy, and then we can move on from there.
To be fair, neither of them have told you what they're really up to. Undoubtedly, she wants whatever this research is, and he hasn't told you at all what it is.
Yeah.
So let me make sure that you understand what he was asking. He was asking, what other resources do you have to rely on instead of his lord? So, for instance, you have Shellis, you have access to Pikes, for instance. You could you have a relationship with them. You have well, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
You do know that there are Sith on Nar Shaddaa that you could go to for advice, but you don't know how these guys fit into that power.
Okay, so she's definitely going to relay that she does have a powerful ally on Nar Shaddaa, on a powerful dark side she might be able to get some help with. But she can assure you that if they were to leave and not accept their master's patronage, the secret of this facility would be its true purpose with this mechanism would be safe with her.
Well, I'm not going to tell you what we're really doing.
No.
He says that, and he says, I mean, that's not because I don't trust that you would keep the secret. It's just if you want to keep a secret, you don't tell people.
Yeah, I know a black site when I see one.
And although my lord would welcome someone of your capabilities, you know, I'm not going to force you to take sides.
I guess that is the question, Otho. Are you actually interested in taking sides again?
Oof. And the whole reason she left was that she would stop taking sides in the constant.
Now,
Yeah.
you have spent a week with Shellis.
Yeah.
And during that week, you have learned some things about Shellis. One,
Mm-hmm.
she is really afraid of rejoining up with the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
She is, and on the same side of that, she is not currently, she doesn't currently consider herself part of the Sith power base. She has been kind of intrigued by your ideas of bringing a more peaceful, well, whatever you would call it, right?
Yeah. A more unified Sith culture.
Right. That's intriguing to her,
Mm-hmm.
but she's not to the point where you would also be aware that although there are Sith on Nar Shaddaa, they are not currently under the purview of the military or the power base of the Sith Empire. They're kind of outliers right now because of the fact that the two masters that brought them there died, and Shellis is the only master that inherited from both of them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So although the Sith Empire might be aware that they're there and might have plans in place, you just don't know. Also, you are aware that there are Jedi that are active in that hotel, but you haven't really had any dealings with them, so you don't know what they're doing, what their plans are.
Okay.
So there are other powers that show up, but you haven't really spoke with most of them.
Mm-hmm.
You are aware that there are huts, at least the hut that is over the neighborhood that you're in. They have a representative that actively stays in that hotel, but you haven't spoke to them either.
Okay. So as of right now, that does seem the better option as opposed to returning to the fold already. So I think Otho's going to have to respectfully decline and say that she's going to rely on her friend's patronage for now.
Fair enough. And he says, be cautious. He warns you that being unaligned with the Empire as a whole is a very dangerous path to go.
I have no doubts that I will return, but hopefully it will be with something significant to bring back.
Wise.
Yes. And stay safe yourself. May your research bear fruit. And it's going to go on for the kind of the forearm grab.
I'm not going to pretend that I can force you or compel you into saying what I want you to say. But if you do speak of this facility, perhaps you just mention that you found only ruin and couldn't
And
figure out a way to get to any other level.
that is as it appeared. Who's to say?
I can't guarantee that they will believe you, but I don't know how much they know about the facility.
Yes. Well, enough to know there's something going on, but probably not any details. Well,
Please, there's food here. I can't say it's very good food, but you know, it's
certainly.
better than starving. And I don't know if you want to sleep, but we will allow you to rest if you need.
I think the sooner we get back, the more believable our story will be.
Probably.
I guess since I've been privy to this conversation the whole time,
Yeah.
how do I feel about this guy's actual sincerity? Because
Make a perception check.
yeah, he doesn't seem all that hostile or anything. He is making offers and deals, and he seems very accepting. But doop doop. Press the button, nothing.
Whereas still
Yeah, I
awake.
see. I see he's busy doing it.
I like you referring to me by my in-character name when you're asking me to do out-of-character stuff. Go ahead and roll.
All right. I want to throw force at it. Can I do that retroactively? I actually don't know when or to use that, which is something I probably should have talked about last week.
So I'm a little fluid with allowing you to. I haven't told you what that means, so
Yeah.
it's technically still capable of you to use a light side point if you want to.
Yeah, sure. So what does that do there?
So what you would do is either I would say probably roll a yellow dice and replace that blank green dice.
Okay, I'm going to hit a
Um,
single yellow.
Or you could remove one of the red dice if you would
Uh,
prefer, but let's
Removing one of the red dice would make this a success instantly.
well, you'd have to re-roll a purple
Yeah.
in its
So
place. So it's
let me
not guaranteed.
let me try to roll this yellow here.
Okay, the dice
It's
pool
not
is
going
empty.
through.
Let's see if hitting that does anything for you. Okay, go ahead and try it.
Nope.
Okay.
It's in the middle of a reboot. Give me a minute.
Okay.
I mean, it has been quite a while since we made a roll. Like,
Go ahead.
Okay. One yellow. Comes out to an additional success and advantage.
so not enough to. Oh yeah. I mean, it's basically nullifies.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I got nothing on a roll.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you are basically trying to determine if he's being truthful, right?
Yeah, general sincerity.
He's
rather
very
than
sincere.
necessarily truth. Yeah.
He hasn't tried to threaten you other than when you were threatening him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's given you no reason to feel like he's trying to push some agenda.
Okay. So that's all understandable. So I'm just giving Otho a look and seeing if this is Otho's final answer.
I mean, yeah, based on her character, yes.
Well, guess I'm gonna have to prepare a good cover story for all of this then. Say, well, I guess as long as we're on friendly terms, maybe we ought to get a little contact information next time I want to poke you. I don't know where you're gonna end up next, but I'm sure maybe you'd like to get a message.
And he kind of says, "That's fair enough," and he hands you a flimsy.
Whoop. Yep. Go ahead. Pocket that. Well then, Otho. If that's it, then I guess our business here is done, isn't it?
Let's get out of here.
Okay. He says, "One moment," and he concentrates for a minute, and then he says, "Okay, it's I've pulled down the illusions for you."
Good.
Thank you kindly.
I'll make it easier.
And
So
You
we'll
don't
go
have
on.
to move your models.
yeah. All right,
Keep
so
Okay,
let's.
so you get back to your ship. As you come up that lift, this is a sterile environment. You see it now, like, and you walk through a ray shielding. So on that other map here, I'll drag it over there so you can see it.
Mhm.
So on this other map, anywhere that blue line is actually ray shielded,
Damn.
and you walk through that without even realizing that you walked through it. There is absolutely no on the side that you're currently on this side of the ray shielding, everything is pristine, clean, sterile. On this side, it looks weathered, right? Like,
Mm.
Mhm.
and it looks pretty much like it is in the as it's displayed on the map, right? So there's blood, uh, there's damaged facilities, that kind of stuff. So
In fact, it looks like two assholes crashed their ships into one another.
pretty much, yeah. On top of all the other stuff, right? So
Yeah.
you Otho, it's pretty obvious to you now that the illusion starts as soon as you go into the in through the ray shielding.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Neat little trick.
Well, I now know to be aware of one more thing that could happen to me when I'm trying to take from other people.
Yes.
I'm surprised we didn't just take a whole bunch of their stuff. I was halfway expecting a nerd fight, although I feel disappointed now.
I'm
Nerd fight?
sorry.
What? He's obviously just a researcher. And what? You're an archivist?
Oh no.
It
No.
would have been the flimsiest saber fight the entire galaxy's ever seen.
No, that guy actually completed his training. Well, I technically did, but not really.
I'm sure that would have helped him a whole lot. Yeah, no. He's a nerd.
I mean, I could probably hit him a few times. Probably couldn't hit him.
That'd be funny anyway.
Yeah, until I died.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to put on my best game face and hope that, whatever I say, they accept.
Just
I
tell him
don't.
the tower is ruins.
I'll show him the dragon, I guess.
Yeah.
Still got that on creamsicle ice.
Yep. And it was real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's jump in there. Jump in that ship and zip zoop zop out of here.
Okay, so you fly back. I'm not going to make you re-roll
Mm-hmm.
an astrogation because you've already been through here recently. Um, and you arrive back to the facilities.
Okay. I'm going to take the head with me.
Okay. And although I didn't mention it, Sarah did give you her contact information as well.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you call her as soon as you arrive.
Yeah, I think that'll be the plan.
Okay. Within 20 minutes of you calling her, she wanders in again, doing the whole "I'm unarmed."
Yeah, I
But,
can see.
but obviously she's not unarmed because she has
Right, and
no
I'm
knowledge of
literally
those
playing
two
it as
blades.
I am ignoring it and pretending it doesn't exist. But I got quick draws, so I'm fine anyway.
And she goes, "So, what'd you find?"
Well, we found
Dragon.
the outpost. Landing pad's really narrow. I guess only one ship at a time can really stop there. We didn't see much of anything. It looks like everyone there was dead and the whole place was already ransacked. Looks like there were 2 dead Jedi there that met their end. I guess that was like a couple months ago at this point.
Yeah, the
Nasty
lifts wouldn't
stuff.
work.
Yeah, nothing there was powered, everything was broken, and everything that wasn't broken was already taken. I'm not sure they left much of anything. Did find this, and I'll just plop the head on the table. Pretty cool, huh?
It's impressive. Go ahead and make a deception check.
All right. Well, I'm removing 2 black dice. I have some kind of distracting evidence here and a reasonably plausible story, so I guess we'll see how that all pans out.
Does that give you any benefit, like in game, or is it just
Oh, no, I'm just describing things that I think would help my case, and I'm hoping that you, as the rules master, would know what kind of benefit that might apply, like another blue dice or something. I'm not sure.
Sorry.
I think the
I'm
easier
definitely
lies
giving you
probably mean lower
boost checks.
difficulty, but yeah.
But you're specifically going off of her discipline,
Mhm.
or perception, which is what she's using on this one. But go ahead.
Okay. Let's do it. Oh, the API broke again.
And Goraz just walked away.
Yeah. I'll
Of
press the
course.
button a second time, and I bet that'll make it work.
Of course not.
Yeah. Uh. Oh. Actually, I guess while it's not working, I may as well say now's probably the time to just go ahead and use another force die to also upgrade. So I'll hit upgrade once, and then when we get back, it'll go through. So yeah.
Go ahead and use the have you already pressed the use light side?
No, I haven't. Mostly because the API is frozen right now.
I'll try it and see if it works.
Oh,
Okay. So
well,
now
that worked actually.
try upgrading your dice. Well, here I can do it right here. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll let you hit that. I'll reduce it on mine so it doesn't double up or anything. And let's see, deception.
Hey, look
2
at that.
triumphs.
But you still failed.
I still failed. So
Can't
like,
you turn
what?
a deception into can't you a triumph into a success or not? Or it's just advantage?
So it's technically you cannot, because it's already a success in addition to the triumph, right?
Mm.
Mhm.
Oh, how do I want that to
Like,
happen?
maybe she might not entirely believe it, but she realizes she has absolutely no holes to poke in this, and everything just seems to be on the level. Why would we just like kill this random thing and come back? Like, obviously we had a fight with it, and she can see the blaster scoring and lightsabers. Let's see
Yeah.
what
So
deception triumph.
technically, you do get.
The target believes I'm trustworthy, technically,
Okay.
but maybe doesn't believe the whole story. So yeah, there we go. So
yeah,
she
that works.
So what makes sense, at least
two-
from a meta perspective, obviously, is that if there's some sort of tricky thing going on, we obviously failed.
So yeah, she kind of looks between Otho and Terran. So Ortho, go ahead and I want you to. Well, yeah. Oops. Why is this not working now? Crap. If I close it. Seriously. Nope. Okay. Interesting.
Nobody succeeds at anything.
Hey.
Make a deception check, Otho, or a discipline check would work as well.
Okay. Just the discipline to do absolutely
To
nothing.
Keep a straight face.
complete, or a cool check would work as well.
Don't
I'm gonna
giggle
go with
when I say
discipline.
what I'm saying. You know.
Yes. Just
Don't
kind
go
of
Sith.
stare off to the distance that I can do.
Why aren't you roll?
I am a slab of rock. There's nothing going on behind her eyes.
Okay. And she just says, okay, well, I guess there's nothing we can do for him. Maybe I was mistaken. I really was. It's really confusing to me that my information was so glaringly wrong.
Well, yeah, we don't really know what you were looking for, but if it wasn't a ruin,
I
we
mean,
didn't find
Yeah.
it.
did you speak to her about the time frame, or did you say month? Because I heard you say months, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it appeared to us.
No, because to you it was 8
Years.
years.
Yeah, years.
Was it? Okay. I'm sorry. I forgot. I thought that was what we got from earlier. So renovate that statement. It is the thing that I actually heard then.
Okay. She says, I was told that there's been active presence there for at least a year. But if you didn't find anything, I can't fault you for trying.
Now she just thinks
So-
we're incompetent.
Yeah.
So if you will allow me to fulfill my part of the deal, I will arrange for turrets and security droids to be added to your premise.
All right. That sounds like a good plan. We could have our mechanic Goras check in on them as well and make sure everything's set up perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Conversation later with Goras is like, hack the shit out of them.
Make sure there's not the bullshit in there.
She goes, okay, they will arrive in the morning.
Wonderful. Good to know.
Unless you want my technicians to start installing the turrets tonight, but I figured you'd want to sleep.
Yeah, we could use a little rest, I think. It's been a trying couple of days.
Understood. And she says, perhaps you would on another day we can go to the fine establishment that I understand is here and share a beverage.
Of course. Love to get a drink.
Sure.
With a fine lady like yourself. And of
Wow.
course, guess we're always open for more contracts in the future.
We weren't able to do that other thing, but if you need it again, we're here.
If you need a good group of failures.
And she salutes you and kind of walks away.
I'm just going to turn to Otho and look at him and go, we're probably not getting anything out of this.
Well, I mean, we got him, boys.
Q, it's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. No. Q us going like, we did it! And then we all jump freeze frame.
I mean, cue sepia tone and then JoJo theme.
No,
yeah.
that
Roundabout
would
starts to
happen
play.
when the transport smashes through the hangar doorway and dudes explode out of it, and then to be continued.
Yeah, it's like, nothing's going to happen now. Smash cut.
Yeah.
All right.
I wasn't wanting to get you into a huge battle before because
Yeah.
you're missing a bounty hunter, but
Yeah.
Yeah. But we did it.
hey, so go ahead and take 20 XP.
Oh boy.
And talk to me about what send me a message in Discord with what you're doing in the next 8 hours.
Oh
Probably,
no.
Oh, yeah. It's sort of obvious something terrible is going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows, right?
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Who knows?
Yeah. Otho slowly working her way back into the Sith Empire. Fun times all around.
No, but she was explicitly not doing that this time.
But yet you're making friends with them.
Hey, man, she's had a lot more experience with Sith. That is like normal. That's regular.
Gosh, imagine having a normal conversation.
Imagine
tried to kill you.
Imagine not complimenting the Sith on his use of illusions to hide his lair.
Yeah, when do you get that power, Otho?
Professional consideration, hello?
You can't just walk over another artist's territory like that.
You gotta acknowledge he needs his compliments.
The game recognizes game, obviously.
Obviously.
Oh, we're awful.
Oh, yes. All right, well, we've done it.
All right, then.
Enjoy. And how's the quality on this webcam?
Seems pretty good to me, actually.
Yeah.
Just as long as I don't use the microphone.
Yeah, you kind of only have like the light of your monitor here to illuminate you, but
there's a light here. It's just I don't like the bright lights on me directly.
Yeah, that's
Makes
also
sense.
understandable.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will talk to you guys later.
All right.
See ya.
Thanks for running, and catch you all next time.
Yep.